So the Allegro is warming up because I want to increase the idle slightly. At the lights it goes a bit, you sometimes need a bit of throttle to keep it going. So what I've got to do is take off the air filter, and that just involves 2 wing nuts just here. So that's the air filter removed, and I'm letting it warm up first because you shouldn't try and adjust carburettors before the engine's got up to temperature. The choke's still slightly open, so that's why it's revving still relatively high when it's still quite cold, because if you try and adjust anything on the carburettor before it's up to temperature, then the setting won't be right. The engine's got to be at operating temperature. But what I need to do, using the manual, I need to adjust the idle screw, which is number 5 just over there. And looking at this diagram, the idle screw looks to be that just there. And to adjust it, to turn the RPM up, you just need to turn it clockwise. It doesn't need much adjustment. I reckon only a fraction of a turn will do this. Now that's fully up to temperature now, and you can probably sense, don't know how well you can on the camera, but it is a little bit shaky, just ever so slightly. So I'm glad I've captured this on camera so you can see what I mean. It's slightly worse than this where it's at the light sometimes, so a little bit of an adjustment on the idle would do some good. So let's give it a go. I won't film myself doing this, but you get the idea. Screwdriver goes just on there, and that will then be the turn. So I'll come back to you in a minute when I'm giving it a go. So I'll turn that now, literally just about 1/8 of a turn clockwise, and you can hear it's already a bit more comfortable. And I've revved it up as well. Always important when you're doing adjustments to your carbs is to rev it up and blow it out at the end, and then wait for it to settle down again. So I'm just giving it a little adjustment again because it was still slightly shaky. And it's important that whenever you're doing the adjustment with a carburettor that you wait a minute or 2 for the engine to settle down. If that's what anything I've learned about old engines, then that's certainly a good idea. My Spitfire, as I'm sure people who watch the earlier videos on the channel will know, and whoever knew me for longer before I had YouTube will know that I was fighting constantly with the idle speed and the mixture on the Spitfire for a long time. Straight away I know the Allegro's carb is set up better because the idle screw on the Spitfire, or throttle screws technically, because it was a twin carb setup, were very loose, and that's what the mechanic said to me, that they were probably moving themselves out of adjustment as you're driving. But the Allegro's one feels nice and tight, so I'm very confident that once I've chosen this mixture, the throttle setting, that it will actually stay there and not move itself around. And that's about 2 minutes gone now, and I quite like how this is in here. I might just turn it up slightly because there's still a slight shudder. I might actually leave it as it is. This feels quite smooth actually. There's only the odd little shake now and then, but it's better than it was. So I'm going to say tentatively on the driveway, job done. So I'll take it out for a drive in a couple of days because I'm not going to use it for work for a couple of days, and then I'll try and get some driving footage of it, and then I can show you hopefully the positive end results of that. Well, on the way to work in the Allegro on this very foggy morning, so this will give me the perfect chance to try out whether my idle repairs have worked. Let's try to this junction. That's already feeling pretty good.